combat against the Combine can be real fun, but it can also be frustrating sometimes. They're really tough. Today we're going to be reviewing Half-Life Alyx. Obviously this is the high water mark in VR gaming. My previous review said, look, I reviewed Pistol Whip, and that review said that that game was kind of a really good way to use VR because it uses VR differently than, you know, just porting a regular game into the VR environment. So this game though is probably the high water mark of porting a regular shooter style game into VR at the maximum of its capacity. So, you know, it's been out for a while, so I'm not gonna sit here and try and review all the same things that everyone's already said. You know, the story's good. We know it adds into the Half-Life mythos pretty well. We know, you know, the character building is good. You play as a Half-Life Alyx Vance. So we're not going to worry too much about the Half-Life Alyx portion of this review. We're going to worry about how this game plays in VR, how good it is, and most importantly, the ability for this game to have this workshop content. So without further ado, let's start this game and get into it. So one of the things that we need to talk about with this workshop content is the fact that most of the workshop content that comes out right now is really just extensions of Half-Life levels that were already established. So as you saw on the previous screen, just ruined Eastern European cities, right? But this mod, as you can tell, is very different. Very different. You don't have, you know, that same kind of ruined building look that really kind of... Sorry, this is another thing that I don't like, is that you have to change this to continuous every single time you start the game. Okay, there we go. So like I was saying, it's just a nice, refreshing, you know, setting for this game. And as you'll see, some of it fits really well into this environment, some of it doesn't. So over there you have one of the, what do you call them, the weapon upgrade stations with the resin. That doesn't look like it fits. It's not super out of place, but you know, it's a little iffy. The healing station actually doesn't look too bad until you stick a worm in it. But outside of that, you know, they really did the environments well. I don't know how they bring the assets in. I'm not a modder. I don't get how it works. I don't really know what the soccer ball means here, but you know, it's all here. So basically, there we go. Let's get this stuff out of here. I have to bend over for all of that. Chop, chop. So see, that little flippy doodle crap that I just did, that's one of the best things that this Half-Life Alyx game did for VR. It's been implemented in other games now too, like Cube VR, but you know, that's one of the things that makes VR feel a little bit more natural, so that you're not doing this, picking up things. You know, in regular video games, you have to bend over and pick everything up unless you're playing Red Dead Redemption, but that's one of the things that Half-Life Alyx did really well to differentiate itself from other VR games. And to make the actual first-person shooting mechanics of a first-person shooter in VR feel more natural. So let's move forward. See, so that's a button from Half-Life, and that's a noise from Half-Life, but it fits here. So once you add the right environment, the right music, you know, we're doing pretty good here. See these little things, like, you don't have a big inventory. There's not a lot of inventory management in this game. It's all just kind of here ahead of you. So see, so these guys, they look a little out of place, but you know, if you remember the Flood, you know that it's not too out of place because they're kind of zombies, right? But the music, the setting, it looks so different than what you're used to in this game. See that thing on his arm. Whoops. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So another thing I have to do in VR is
3 more.
I know a big part of what we're trying to do in VR is recreate kind of reality. But you gotta remember, You don't have to pay for these bullets. It's not like when you go shooting, you gotta see like, oh man, shooting's expensive. Let me save my bullets. All right, when you play VR, one of the things you have to learn is to play it like a video game, right? And certain games have different features, like, you know, Alyx. This game is known for its needing to conserve ammo. But you know, at the end of the day, you want to treat this in a way that you can't treat life, right? And in life, you can. All right, so here's a good example of why I like this. This is totally different than anything that there is in regular Half-Life Alyx, right? And it's low res and everything like that, but you get to feel like the spaceship feeling, you know, the music, the spaceship over there. It's really nice. It's a great mod to show the potential for mods. And I don't know how, again, the modder did this, but you know, I think it's something that needs to be paid attention to because there's enough mods out there with just the Eastern European feel to them. So again, this is my favorite parts of this game. One. Oh. It's like some weird version of Pac-Man, right? Boom. Alright, now this is gonna be fun. So this obviously doesn't feel very good as far as Halo is concerned, but it's cool as shit. Go. This one right here is real nasty. So you bring it out, and just a bunch of organs or something. Ugh. Yeah, look at that. See, this one has a rat in it. And the rat faces you. Look at that. Oh, shit. What's wrong with you, little buddy? I'm sorry. I didn't ask for this. That shit out. Biomechanical, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so here it comes. So now you see the graphics work really well. They hold up really well in a 3D environment. So here's one of the things where this game fails, right? The way I had to jump down there, it's not super intuitive, right? You wish you could just jump, but the fall heights in this game are like super unforgiving. There's another box over here. I think there's a shotgun in it. Give me that shotgun. Yeah, that's right.
Last floor. Four shells left.
That one. Yeah, it works. Alright, so I've done this before, so that's why I know the code. It doesn't change. So I just want to show here. You know, you have this setup here. It's kind of floodish, right? Hey. Oh shit, I forgot about this guy. Yeah, are they? So here's a good review of the enemies in the game. There's a pretty good variety of enemies, but they get pretty samey. You know, they all have the same tricks. This one moves slow. He likes to shoot when you get too close. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Really, the goal is get that stupid little bird out of the stomach. And then, let's see. Sometimes it glitches. you know, the first time you see one of these guys, you feel real threatened, but by the time you get to the end of the game, you know, you're put up against like 2 or 3 at a time, and the threat is no longer there. See? Does that feel like a threat? I wish you fought these things on their own more often. Really. Then it gets all sad.
Last 3.
I actually like that it makes you feel bad for killing it. Although the noises are a little bit too much like a puppy, considering, you know, it's an alien. So right there, that was a good review of what the basic enemies in this game do, right? That's, you know, they're scary, they're not terrifying. Some of the zombies are. The level with Fred, he's scary too, right? But at the end of the day, it's just another zombie. And even the Combine in this game, you know, they're scary for a little bit, but by the end of the game, you're just putting them down like no problem. But some of the mods do fix that because they allow you to, you know, fight lots and lots of enemies at once. Alright. You know what? Fuck it. The grenades suck, obviously. Pistols are much harder than you realize. Okay, I went pretty well. Alright, I know I don't want to upgrade any of my stuff yet. I think this is I can't do it. This is kind of a crappy puzzle, I don't like it. But we'll do it. So this game is also full of puzzles throughout the whole game. So here's another thing. Moving like that doesn't feel great, but you know, it is what it is. Can't really jump in VR, can you? So this one, leave it there, pump it. Leave it there, pump it. Leave it there, pump it. Shit. See, so this is the kind of stuff that really works in this game. Puzzles like this. Leave it there. No, leave it there, pump it. I wish these were more pliable though. This is the pad, but I think I figured out already. See, there's 1, 2. Don't need it. Get that shit out of here. Ammo. Ammo. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for here. Alright, let's go. Avoid these guys. Sometimes they have stuff in them, but it's not worth the ammo most of the time. Alright, let's go. So now we'll see the combat against the Combine. Combat against the Combine can be real fun, but it can also be frustrating sometimes. They're really tough. Nice. We got nice work. Any ammo for me, buddy? No. Hey, what?
Last 4 shells.
Did it. Oof. Same amount of ammo. So that was a good fight. It was intense. It felt good. The intensity kind of feels nice most of the time. But sometimes it can be a little frustrating because it feels like you're not losing the game so much as you're running out of ammo. Alright. That might be my fault for not upgrading my weapons either, you know? But here's another ammo box. Oh, nice. This is my favorite gun. Anything else? I need health more than anything. So this part of the game right here is actually a really good example of some of the things that are wrong with this Half-Life Alyx. So I don't like invisible walls, right? I'm kind of stuck in games. But here, if you jump off, you die. You just die. Not for any specific reason. It's just supposedly it's too high for what the game represents and for the platforming of the game. And there's enough platforming in the game that it becomes a noticeable issue in certain points. Another thing is, you'll notice that I'm moving pretty fast. The movement is pretty fast because, so see, if I go this way, I die. See, if you do that, it shows yellow, you don't die. Right? But look, watch. See, it's not letting me. That means I die if I jump off.
Never survive a jump from this height.
See, she's...
No, absolutely not. Why? Were you considering it?
Also, Russell's a pretty good guy. I like him as a character in the game. Although I don't understand why they didn't connect him more to the specific... Alright, so here's another kind of puzzle in the game. These puzzles are kind of cool, but I got very tired of these puzzles by the end of it. You know, same thing. Bend over, you follow the thing, you find the wall, okay. Flip it, and I keep following it. You gotta turn the whole thing blue. I gotta go upstairs again. And it's over here, I think it was. Yeah, there it is. Do one of those. Continue following it. Hope you don't fall off. Do that. Oh, there you go. Puzzle finished. See, so they're stupid. They're kind of just tracing a line. That doesn't really seem like a intellectually difficult puzzle. Not that I'm such a smart guy or anything like that. It's just one of those things, you know? Alright, we'll do this again. Now you can see how these upgrades work. This one goes here. What do we got here? Let's do that. Also, these are all random, not the same ever, which is also nice. You're always getting different puzzles like procedure generated. Yeah, there we go. Alright, how much of this crap do I have? 40? Yeah, that's a lot. Is that enough for a grenade launcher? Ooh, that's exactly enough for a grenade launcher. What does this get on it? Send mags, laser sight, reflex sight. I kind of want to do laser sight. Hiya. 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 Hooah. That's cool, right? See, so the immersion in this game is great. I mean, you really do feel like you're in the Half-Life
You can put that to good use.
situation, you know? Alright, does this have any 15s? Reflex sight? Sure, why not? Yeah. Oh, I gotta press it first. No, you go in there. See, so you get really natural at it. You know, that's the thing that this game is done best. It has a very natural feeling to it, and the way that you traverse the world and the way you interact with items. And considering like every item has what? Oh shit! That's all I gotta do. I'm still hurt as hell. All right. I have to save here. Let's focus. Let's focus. Let's take this guy out.
One left.
One left, huh? Must be almost done. You gotta go around doing shit like that.
Magazines.
See, the combat music works here too and everything. You know, it's a great mod. Takes full effect of what the game is. These Combine guys, I don't even feel too bad here. Just because they're just good generic sci-fi bad guys. I don't want to call them generic because it's a good sci-fi universe, but you know, a little generic. That's about as difficult as anything gets. So you see, it's pretty quick. It wasn't a huge mod, but it does enough to really make you feel like you're in a different game, you know? I think that's the main point. So do we take off here? Yeah, it's not moving. There you go. So, at the end of the day, I'd say that's about the Half-Life Alyx experience. The whole campaign gives you that feeling of like something new, something exciting, because you're going through this world that's really, really well realized, you know? The issue really is, once it ends, you really want more. That's one of the things, because the story is that good. And then you start playing the mods because the story is that good. But once you start getting through the mods, you start realizing you're doing the same thing over and over again, just like a slightly different coat of paint.